Okay, good morning, good evening, everyone, and very thanks for being with us today. Special day here in the USA. Today is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving for you and your families. Welcome to this new Argentina-Texas Chamber of Commerce webinar presented by Jose Antonio Jaramillo with Hatsusoft. The webinar title is Enhancing Sales and Product Support in Logistics with Software Application. My name is Rodolfo Viola. I'm the Argentina-Texas Chamber of Commerce Director and your host and moderator for this webinar session. Thank you for joining us today. Before we start, let me make a moment to introduce ourselves and give a brief overview of who we are and what we do. The Argentina-Texas Chamber of Commerce is an independent, non-profit voluntary membership association founded in 2016 to promote investment, trade, education, and networking between Texas and Argentina. The Chamber is dedicated to build a strong economic bond between Argentina and Texas. Talking about this webinar, in this webinar, we will walk through a journey of a development solution that seamlessly integrates with internal systems, streamlines processes, and delivers measurable outcomes. You will gain insights into how they tackle key challenges, the technology use, and the strategic approach to transform the company's operation. Whether you are exploring digital transformation, considering new platforms for growth, or simply curious about the real-world impact of tailored software solutions, this webinar will offer amazing, valuable perspective and practical takeaways. Let me introduce our speaker for today. Jose Antonio Jaramillo is a software engineer and entrepreneur with extensive experience in designing, developing, and implementing complex distributed systems. As the CEO and founder of Hatsusoft, he leads the creation of scalable, high-quality software solutions focused on simplifying daily tasks and contributing to socioeconomic development through technology. During his career, Jose has led technical teams in full-stack application development with focus on system integration and microservices. His expertise spans a wide range of programming languages and technology. Jose is deeply committed to innovation and continuous learning, actively researching topics such as artificial intelligence and digital transformation. With strong leadership skills and international collaboration experience, he is dedicated to delivering solutions that optimize processes and create value for these clients. Finally, I would like to thank to our corporate members for the continued support of the Chamber. They are Pan American Energy, Duralight, and United Airlines Gold members, Globant and PCR Silver members, as well as AESA, CAPEX, Dell Technologies, Marval, Mayer Brown, Proshell, Bronze members. Let us clarify to all of you that our webinars are recorded and uploaded to YouTube channel of the Argentina-Texas Chamber of Commerce. And finally, a brief overview of the webinar. Jose will present this talk without interruptions. We kindly request you to pop up your question in the Q&A chat, and I will read that to Jose once he finishes the presentation. So, Jose, all yours. Let's start.
Well, thank you very much for your kind introduction, Rodolfo. And hello, everyone. Happy to be here. Happy to share with you our experiences. Let's start right away. We are Hatsusoft. We're a software development company based in Argentina. This is the title of today's webinar, Enhancing Sales and Product Support in Logistics. We're going to go tackle that right away. But first, let me tell you about ourselves. We are more than 30 people right now. We have been in the market for almost 2 years now. We have grown 200% in the last year. We are in 5 countries. We have customers in 5 countries. We have more than 20 projects in execution, and we have a bunch of them already done. And there is a funny metric that I like to put always, that is that we have over 45,000 development hours. So that contributes to our experience and trajectory. We always develop software to empower clients, to empower our clients, to help them optimize and be efficient and be competent in this ever-changing market. And this is a little bit about the industries we are on. We're on logistics, healthcare, agriculture, education, government, pharmaceuticals, finance, and in a couple other in a couple of industries. On our tech stack, we use the latest technologies for web software development. We use Nest.js, .NET, latest versions, JavaScript in all their technologies, Java, PHP, Angular, Vue, and React for front, and Flutter, Ionic, and React Native for mobile, and Python, Power BI for data analytics and artificial intelligence in the case of Python. And then we always do everything in Azure, AWS, and GCP as a cloud providers. There's a small map of where we have customers, right? So we are in Chile, working with the government of Chile. We're in Ecuador, working in the Borsadil market, in the stock exchange market, and Uruguay on the retail, and well, in the United States, in logistics, healthcare, agriculture, and also in Argentina here in agriculture and retail, and in the US in pharmaceuticals as well. That was a brief introduction about us. So let's speak now about why digital transformation is crucial in logistics today. We have logistics has been facing an incredible growth throughout the last years. Technology well implemented is crucial for this optimization and efficiency. That is two things that every logistic company wants to accomplish, right? So this well implemented and well integrated software contributes to determines the growth that will make our clients stand out in this super competitive market. By 2030, it's estimated that logistics will handle an approximate of $8 trillion. So it's an industry that grows, and it has to do with every business and every industry that grows continuously today. So what we're going to look today is how technology made by us and integrated and implemented by us enabled our client to stand out in these times of continuous change, and enabled them to be more efficient and to optimize processes. So let's go with the first case. We're going to talk about Stoneridge, that is one of our clients in the logistics business. So Stoneridge is a global leader in advanced vehicle electronics. It has a significant market share and expertise in logistics. It works with the main logistics operators in the US and in Europe. And it is modernized, and it has integrated time and cost optimizing solutions. So it's a company that was open for change, and that had the tools and the means to implement new technologies and new things. We were first called. This is the challenge, the challenge that Stoneridge first posted to us, right? Is not exactly what we end up doing, and you'll see why in the next slides. You'll see why this is not what we do exactly. This is not what we did exactly. So the challenge was to develop a fleet management and real-time video platform, and to consolidate a position as a technology and efficiency leader in the industry. By developing this fleet management and real-time video platform at a cost-efficient price, Stoneridge will consolidate their position as a technology and efficiency leader in the industry, right? So that was the first request. It was really general. They had a roadmap. They knew what they wanted us to do. So this is the end-to-end development and integration, and this is the solution we started working on. First of all, we made many artifacts. This is an image about distributed systems. I'm not going to go deep into technical stuff, but we made many artifacts because we built a distributed system that is scalable and able to handle the Stoneridge demands, because we have right now in production more than 5,000 trucks reporting video to our platform. So we needed a robust system distributed in many artifacts that can handle those big loads of traffic and demands from the client, responding uh, in a sub-second time, like is the standard right now in throughout all the internet, right? So what we're going to see in the next slide is just the UI, and it's only one UI because we made only one portal, but it has, like in this image, it has over 10 pieces of software behind that are working all together to make a distributed system that is always up and running. And we haven't had any downtime, any significant downtime since its first deployment, that I think it was around 2022. So this was also made using all the latest standards in performance and security on the modern times, and you'll see how just after this. This is a little bit little screenshots about the portal we made, and you'll see that it's really simple. That's why we did that's why I explained the previous slide, right? I showed you about all the pieces of code and what a distributed system looks like behind the scenes. So this is where you see your fleet, this is where you see your assets. You have different kinds of flags here where you can see where devices that are on the truck, the status of the DVR, because these trucks have a DVR and cameras installed on. You can see the service status of the truck. So this is the visualization of all the trucks for the fleet manager, you know. This next slide is at the view of one truck. So here you have all the details about the truck. These are demo information. So if you see something that doesn't have any coherence, just you know why it is. You have the products that are on this truck. You have a DVR and dongle. Dongle is used to broadcast videos to the cloud. You have two work orders. One is an activation. Activation is to install the equipment technology on the truck, the cameras, and to make it post to cloud. And the other work order is an incident that it might be because something stopped working, right? Like DVR or the cameras. So we have the status here of the work orders, and we have the inventory of the truck. This inventory was first loaded by hand by the customer success team. And after that, now it's done automatically because we are getting the information broadcasted from the truck's ECU in real time. So that's how you're seeing right now these starts of optimization and efficiency in the processes, because there was a team that their work was to load all of these parts and this inventory into the system. But right now, with our improvements and with our development, it's been loaded automatically. So the technician says, I installed these and these cameras and this DVR, but the system checks automatically if that is right, and makes corrections about serial number and part numbers, because they were having a lot of issues with technicians messing up serial number and part numbers because they had to load it manually here. So they can attach in the work orders, they can attach photos, and they can leave the technicians can leave evidence of a truck that was activated. Here I wanna point out that this is crucial because Stoneridge's business is to get this technology on the trucks, you know. But if this process is not made properly, this activation, then the client is not going to be happy, because the client wants their truck to be in the shop and out of the shop with everything set up and the hardware activated and running and being able to see it from the cloud. So this was a huge pain point because there was a lot of mismatch in the information that was loaded from the technician and the information that was actually on the truck, and they were losing a lot of time in this, right? They were saying, okay, I put this serial number, and then one day later was it's not working. Okay, why is not working? Because the serial number is not well typed. So, but it was not as easy to automate because we had to go to all of these hardware that is on the truck to get the information. So it's not an easy task, and that was a real pain point because once the truck is activated, it's billable from the Stoneridge side to their customers. But if they cannot activate the trucks, it's not possible for that to occur. And we are talking about customers that bring in 200, 300, 1,000, 2,000 trucks. So if you start taking one day to activate each truck, then you can be years, until you onboard the client, and there's other solutions in the market that has these real-time things. So that is why in the first slide I was talking about logistics and how it's evolving and how you need to be optimized and have cost efficiency in all your processes to be able to compete on the market at this scale. So this is a brief screenshot of how you visualize the videos on the truck in the platform that we made. You can see the truck here going all the way down. This is what the truck driver sees. And you can get in this timeline, you can get exactly the minute you want broadcasted to the cloud, or the truck driver can push a button to upload everything to the cloud. This is just a quick screenshot for you to see it. This was recorded on the truck and it's uploaded on demand for the fleet managers to make control or to prevent possible lawsuits, because there is a quick on real-time response time on getting evidence about what happened. So let's continue. Since we have, remember on the title, we were talking about end-to-end solutions. And this is a crucial part because this image, AI generated image, is just to show you a happy worker, happy collaborator, happy developer. Because in the end-to-end solutions, we think that our programmers are a vital part of this process, and they have to be throughout the project stable. They have to know our client and have to know the business to add value. So our end-to-end solution involves a super qualified team that is stable and compromised and will start to know your business and to grow with the business, with our clients. Then the next part we have that we can tell you about is our process, our software development process throughout this, right? We talked about Stoneridge's request. We talked about Stoneridge's about the solution that we made, and now we're going to talk about our process. So this is a small image just to illustrate, So you have the idea generation. This comes mostly from the marketing and commercial part of our client. This is mostly the same for most of our clients. This is the requirement. Then the requirement analysis is done. We start working on the client in this early stage because as I told you before, we like to be involved in the project and we like our collaborators to be hands-on the business and the business problems of our clients. So we start working on the client here in the requirement analysis. Then we help on the product design. We have a design part in design team in our team, so that we can collaborate with the customer's internal design team, or we can make it ourselves. In the case of Stoneridge, we help a lot in this aspect. Then we have to make a requirement analysis. We have to see which technology suits the best, if we have to develop it, if we have to buy it, if we have to integrate it, if the client already has it. We make a deep study of this. So this is also, we are involved in every part. since the requirement analysis, we're involved in every part of the software development process. Then we do integration and testing. This we do also together with the client. And here in the deployment part is the coding is involved. You have a coding part and deployment part, and then we do maintenance. And the maintenance is always done throughout the year, throughout the project, because we keep doing new things, but we keep maintaining the old things and we keep everything together. So we have a platform that is continuously growing with a compromised team, and we have backlog, and we try to make backlog for years and years with our clients, because since we're making this project again and again and again and again and again, then we are deeply compromised and deeply and with a deep understanding of our customer and what is their actual problems, what they want to solve, and what they want in the future. So let's talk about numbers and how our solution impacted the business at Stoneridge. I put here a screenshot about an email that was sent. This is one of our developers. This is a team that we work with. And there was an email that we hit a benchmark of more than 800 activations in one day. We talked about what an activation is in this field. So 6 months ago, the average activation time was 4 hours per truck. 10% of the cases was 1 to 3 days. And right now, with the work that we did, with everything that we delivered, we are doing an average of 800 activations per day in a semi-automated system. And we're working, you'll see that in the next slides, that we are working in a big backlog in the future. So we are going towards fully automated, but right now we're making substantial changes. And I think the people that might see this can understand what going from one activation every 4 hours to 800 in a day can make to business. So the compromises that our clients can do right now and the offers that they can do with their customers are substantially growing right now. So in this part, I'm going to talk about what the previous slide was about numbers. This one is about the value that we added on this company, on this customer, right? We are adding AI-assisted tech support. So right now, the technicians from Stoneridge are having AI support. They have a generative AI chat where they can troubleshoot their installations. So we are also contributing on the field to the optimization and to the improvement of times, because and efficiency, because technicians right now have a chat on their installing application that was developed by us, where they can ask questions like, I don't know how to calibrate the monitor, I have these error codes, I'm not getting video posted, and the AI chat is going to try to troubleshoot the problem with them. And this has two added values. The first one is that they are learning every day, and they are reading the manuals that they haven't been reading for the last years, because this generative AI starts on the manuals, internal manuals that Stoneridge have. That is property and intellectual property of Stoneridge. So this is all in a private environment of a generative AI. So it's not shared with public, but the technician keeps learning and learning throughout the years when he's using this chat, that what in the end what it's doing is enabling him to read the manuals and to be more and to grow in his knowledge about the technology he's installing. Well, the other one was the one that I just showed, real-time road videos on demand. This is a really key part, because there is a lot of companies that are doing this, but if you broadcast all of the videos of all the thousands of trucks that they have on their different fleets, you'll get to a cost of per truck handling those amounts of information that is simply not affordable to clients. So what we did is an on-demand, real-time way of doing things. That way we took the cost down a lot so that the solution can be adopted by most of the customers of Stoneridge. So these real-time road videos has a background of a lot of efficiency and cost efficiency to make it sellable, you know. Right now we have years of backlog for new feature development. Since we have been working with Stoneridge's team so close, and we have this understand and this knowledge about their business, that we keep doing and generating backlog and improvements and things that we want to do in the future to keep growing, you know. And also from this, it results in unlimited creativity from our client to think about new features because they see that development is being done, they see the work is done, they see that activations go and improve exponentially from one every 4 hours to more than 800 on one day. And when they see these, they start thinking about what new things they can come up with and they can share with us so that we can assemble a roadmap together and we can add these new features to our backlog. And then since we do a business driven approach, then we validate with the business which one should be a priority. But the thing is that the team right now can think about a lot of things to do and many ways to improve their business. So that's what also the impact and success that we had. First is the numbers, and right now is these added value things that are really important from our point of view. So just to wrap up, these are the lessons learned because this has been a more than 2 year journey in a really changing business with a really demanding client, with a really proficient way of doing things, and with a lot of success, but with a lot of failures as well in the way that we've managed to capitalize. And this is just a brief summary. So the first thing is that we have to do incremental approach especially where we are doing innovation that is not being done anywhere, like we are doing in most of our clients. So we do things small, we iterate, we check up with the business, we validate with the business, and we adjust it, and then we keep growing. We need the leadership support. So this is something that we have been requested to our clients in this experience because we have Stoneridge's leadership support, and we think it's crucial for anything. When you want to do big changes on your business, you need the leadership support. We also learned that we have to frequent deliveries. A client needs to see the progress. They need to see what's being done. When they see it, they think about a lot of things, like I just told you before. So that's why you need to deliver consistently every X amount of times that we can agree with our customer. We need to have business knowledge. Well, I think I have said this a lot in this webinar. We need to have a deep understanding of the client's business, and that's what we do, and that's what we try to do in all of our clients. And then last, for these types of projects that are really big and that are really important and they have really good value to the business, we need to have a stable team. And that's why I pointed out on the end-to-end solution that our team is part of the solution. And this stable team is what we focus on doing at Jasusoft internally, because we have people working every day in our developers' well-being and their commitment and we are really focused on on our developers not having any problems in any aspect of their lives, so that they can work in peace and they can add value to our customers. So that's about it. Thank you very much for listening and for receiving us. I think this is the last one. Yep. Thank you very much.
Okay, Jose, thank you. Was a great presentation, but I will start with my questions because that just pop up to me when you just start talking about that. That is, okay, you did a lot of microservices, a lot of small pieces all around. You mentioned something about 5,000 different pieces, but how did you validate the software structure?
Okay, that's a great question, Rodolfo. Thank you. So, since Stoneridge has enterprise support for Amazon Web Services, we had the support from AWS architects, enterprise architects. So all of our designs in the infrastructure side of things was validated by them, which is really important because they have the latest knowledge about cybersecurity best practices, efficiency best practices, and all of this was thought of in a cost efficient way, right? So you need to have all of those software pieces together in a cost efficient way, secure and responsive for our clients. So we validated them with AWS itself.
And also you stress a little bit about the team.
Mm-hmm.
Basic, just talking about your team. How do you ensure that your team has enough business knowledge to deal with this project?
Yeah. So we actually have performance reviews. We have, and in the performance reviews, our developers are questioned about their customer, the project that they are on. So actually, their growth inside the company depends on how much they know about the business. And these questions are prepared by us and are placed by us in a personal interview. And it's a big weight in the performance review of all of our developers and also our project managers. So, and every information we get from this, we validate it with our customers. That's the way we have of keeping our developers up to speed with their customer business needs.
And what about the other team? So you are dealing with the company's internal technical team. How do you work with that interaction between both teams?
So that's a great question. We actually work really good with our customers' internal teams. We have a way of working on research and innovation. So, and also in this logic of understanding our business, our client's business, normally their internal teams are the ones that have better knowledge of the tech side of our customer's business. So our strategy is to make a good relationship with them, not threatening their position at the company, just trying to get help from them so they can point us in the right direction of the things that they're doing. And that's why we like to be support for the internal development team and not a threat to them. That's our strategy of facing things, and we always try to give them assistance in anything that they need, maybe technical challenges or business challenges or new roadmaps.
Great, great. I got a couple more questions. One is, what is the most important part in the end solution?
That's a good question. Uh, I think the most important part is having the business knowledge and the business needs always in the head and the customer needs of our customers always in mind. Because with that reality, every decision that you're going to take as a team is going to be business oriented. And if you are business oriented, then you are not going to be wrong in the last part of the way.
Okay, and the other is, can you please expand on the NLP's training capabilities and accessibility? Also, if this hosted through the server provided by your team or third party?
Sorry, I don't know if I'm getting the NLP uh, abbreviation correctly. But I don't know if you could, Sebastian, if you could add a new question about what the NLP means.
Sebastian, could you expand NLPs? in the Q&A?
I can start by answering the second part of the question.
Okay.
We don't provide hosting solutions for our clients. We always help our clients to get their own hosting, whether it's on AWS or on premise or on or any other cloud provider. So the hosting and the code is always on our client side. They are the owners of that. It's a matter of transparency because we don't want to sell anything that's not software. So it's always hosted in a third party, but it's third party property and contract directly to our customers. And
Okay, so we can talk about the natural language processing,
yeah,
Jose.
I think I understood the question right now. I always refer to them as LLMs. So yeah, the NLP's training capabilities is actually we have many of them because you can do context and you can do knowledge and you can provide more data and also more context. We have been using AWS's Bedrock to implement many different models, and there has been lots of models coming out with different expertises. So the accessibility is actually in any piece of software that we develop, we can add it. So our customers, employees have accessibility to these NLPs, like the ones I was telling about on the technicians, from any part of the software that we develop that the client wants. So accessibility is actually done. It's actually in any way in any part of that the client wants, and also training capabilities can be done in many different ways because right now we are trying to see an approach where we have a specific chat and a specific thread of this natural language processing model to answer each employee's. So every employee has their own instance of this NLP model, and then you train all of these NLPs instances, you train them so that you can have the knowledge of all the questions that happen throughout your employees. So that's one way of training it. We are exploring right now in the cost manner of that, if it's actually something that you can benefit from. But we are on that discovery. The other way that we do this is just by providing context, providing all documentation from our client in a private way because we make it private. We don't share any data with this. That's an important part for companies this big. And we do that right now. We're doing that, training it with all of the literature of the company. We bring information of good practices and standards like ISO into the model itself, so it can merge the companies, our customers' knowledge on these, and also good practices and standards that are internationally shared. That's, I don't know if it was answered, but that's how we deal with it.
Okay, thank you, Jose. We are just running out of time. So just to close, thank you again for attending this webinar. Thanks, Jose, for this amazing presentation. And thank you, Hasusoft, for letting you to be here. Thanks to you all, and have a great Thanksgiving Day everywhere you are.
Okay, thank you, Rodolfo, as well, and thanks everyone that had the time to be here. Happy to be here.